So I was sent to this job to change the square D because it wasn't working. And look, they put the tank right next to the square D, so how do I spin it out? And it's all crumbled because I tried to spin it and it had to bend to even get it to where I'm at. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just take this out and figure out how I'm going to get the new one in. So I take the big boy channel lock and I start spinning. You know, I got to get it out. So as you can see on the water tank, I'm making scratches. But so what? As long as I get it out, I'll figure out how to get the new one in. So, you know, I got it bleeding water right now. So, boom, I got it leaking. But then I'm like, damn, this water is OD hot. Like, I got to chill out. Like, I don't want to get burned. So, let the water pour out and look at that. Boom. It covers the whole camera because I'm like, man, steam is just pouring out, pouring out. You know, all that good stuff. I'm trying to wipe it down. So, I'm like, let me move the camera out the way and get like a little better view or whatnot. So boom, I finally got it out. It's leaking. Okay, this is the new one. That's the old one. That's the new one. I'm examining it. I'm like, okay, that's the old one. This is the new one. I'm trying to show how I'm going to get it out. So I got to take that cover out, right? So boom, we're going to try to take this apart. But then I realized this is kind of OD. I can't really take it apart, but I am going to take it apart because it's the thread. If it's a thread, I can spin it. See, boom, spin that right out. So I'm like, all right, since I got that out first. But then as I was taking that out, I realized, what am I doing? I'm putting this in first, which is kind of like stupid because when I got to put the float in, I'm going to have to take it out now. After that, right? So it's like, you know, might as well just watch me be stupid real quick because look, I'm putting it in. And then I do realize that I was not supposed to put that in first because I got to put the float when it was time for me to put the float. But at this moment, I'm super confident, like, yo, bro, I got this. Look, I'm even tightening it. OD, boom, tightening it. And then I went to get the float and I said, wait a minute. How do I get the float in if that's the case? Let's watch me be an idiot. Look, I'm tightening it. That's even crazier. I'm going to ham. I'm going to town on that. But now look, I got the float, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How am I supposed to put that in with the float? It's not going to work like that, right? It's not. So then I'm like, oh, shiznit. I'm going to have to take that whole bushing back out and figure it out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just take this whole thing apart. So the square D has 2 screws on the bottom that pretty much takes out that whole bracket. Wham. Right out, right? So I'm like this, I have no problem. I can easily put this back in. But I'm like, hold up. Let me take this out real quick. Right? But we got to redo that anyway. So put the Teflon back on it. My gloves are dirty with all dope and all that other stuff. It's all good. And then I put that float right onto the thing that it's supposed to be on, the switch. I'm like, man, yeah, don't forget to put that on first. And then we put that on, right? And then we put the float inside after we dope that up. We put the float inside. Boom, right? Spin that on. That's how we were supposed to originally do it. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because it gives me some leeway. See, like, boom, boom, see? It's hitting. But if I tighten that, if I got to tighten, there you go. If I tighten that up a little bit, that'll give me space to start spinning it on. And after I spin it on, I can reattach that piece that I took from the top and we back in business. See, like I'm tightening. As I'm tightening it, it's giving me more space. I just need that.